I've been speaking to Marzec-Manser, head of gas analytics at ICIS, a financial firm that provides specialist information for the gas, power, carbon and coal markets about those arrangements on Russian gas.
So my understanding is that rubles will be required, but two conditions. So one is that the payer, the buyer of the gas, the gas companies in Germany and Italy and France and elsewhere still pay in the original currencies of their actual contracts, which is in euros and or dollars. But they have to now specifically pay into a Gazprom bank account, which will then do the conversion to the rubles for them. So ultimately, there is a rubles going into Gazprom's own into their account, having had this conversion done by the Gazprom bank.
And there was this threat, wasn't there, that Russia would turn off the taps of gas. It needs the money, though, doesn't it, that comes from its EU customers. Can it really afford to cut off supplies?
No, that very much would be shooting itself in the foot, to be perfectly honest. You know, ICIS estimates that through March, Gazprom was making something in the region of $330 million per day in gas sales. So yeah, if they turn off those taps, then they're not making that gas. They're not making that money at all. So it really is an important revenue stream for them.
EU governments have said they want to reduce their reliance on Russian energy. What are they doing to make that happen?
Well, they are looking to increase investment and for energy companies to increase investment in alternative sources. A lot of that is going into increasing import capacity of LNG, liquefied natural gas, so the gas on tankers that can come in from around the world. So we've already seen a number of gas companies and gas infrastructure companies make investments or say they're going to make investments to increase capacity and imports of LNG. The key problem, though, is that actually there's only a finite amount of LNG out there. So it's one thing increasing the capacity and saying the Commission would like more imports of LNG, but China still imports a lot. Japan imports a lot, and so does South Korea. So there is still a competition for the LNG out there, even with this idea in play.
So do you think the EU is going to meet their goals? It said it wants a reduction of 2/3 this year when it comes to reliance on Russian gas. Is that realistic, do you think?
I don't think that's achievable at all, to be honest. Partly for the reasons I've just described in terms of there's actually not enough LNG globally around to go around, and partly because the contracts of the buyers of the European buyers of Gazprom gas are bound by contract to take that gas, in some cases all the way through to 2035. So they can't suddenly unilaterally stop taking that gas. They would then be in breach of contract if they said, no, we're just not going to take that. So unless that gas is sanctioned, in which case that would make the contracts put the contract under force majeure. The Unipers, the ENIs of Germany and Italy really do need to take a certain large portion of the gas that they're contracted to take.
So if Russia isn't selling to the EU, where could its other customers be?
It doesn't really have any other major customers, and that's again an element of shooting itself in the foot, because if it cuts the European customers off, the pipeline structure of Western Siberia is very much orientated to Russia itself and then onwards to the European Union.